My loved infant, hear me now. This is not simply some other day. A profound shift is already underway. A turning factor I've initiated, timed with precision. What's unfolding for you presently transcends what human know-how can draw close. It originates from past the scene. An answer descending from nation-states unseen. This second starts the cease of styles which have exhausted you. What's drawing close can be unmistakable, a clean show of my paintings. I'm bringing forth something to this point beyond the normal, so wonderful that you will comprehend it arrived immediately from my very own being. My infant, you are at a profound juncture, on the point of a clean start, and I observe a slight trepidation for your heart. Recognize this, my voice to you is steadfast, wearing a reality that cannot be brushed off. Flow and advance with confidence, for what I have confident you remains without end yours. No passing situation can reduce what I've set in location all the time. I've now not mistaken your essence. My aim in your existence holds proper. The words of others or activities that have happened do not sway the route I have laid out for your unfolding. People who perceived you missing will soon witness my abundance, just as I declared from the outset. This isn't a second for withdrawal. It is a time to progress. I see you whilst the day feels burdensome, when moments stretch and minds swirl within you. You bring a lot for lots, getting to unseen subjects, bearing quiet burdens, and continuing onward even when tired. But listen this reality, my infant. You do now not have to manage the arena alone. I am present with you. Even when you can't perceive it, I am the hidden support, the very lifestyle's pressure that sustains your motion. That lingering discomfort that seeks to settle, that anxiety trying to darken your environment, all of its miles losing its grip. For I have already initiated a profound turning point as a way to cease the sample. That exhausts you. I'm now not behind schedule. I awaited the proper timing so that after this unfolds, no one will mistake it for coincidence. It will likely be unmistakably clear that that is my work because what is drawing close transcends commonplace comprehension. It originates from past the visible. Do you take into account that silent enchantment you made almost unspoken, believing your electricity had vanished? I heard you. I cherish what is actual no matter its perceived size. And it was on that solitary night time while you felt totally alone that I started to set up occasions for your benefit. These days I tell you, my valuable one, what I committed, I can deliver to fruition. I did now not overlook it. I did no longer neglect you. What many perceived as the belief of your journey becomes simply the commencement of something some distance grander. Due to the fact a essential transition is drawing close and you should no longer withdraw presently. What manifests within the hours beforehand will verify that my spirit guided you here. Continue to be, absorb, then proportion with the ones you keep close, for this blessing will amplify to others. For years, you've got extended extra to others than to yourself. On occasion you marvel if absolutely everyone clearly perceives your devotion. However, I do recognize this today, my cherished baby. Your efforts aren't without reason. Recuperation is drawing near. Answers have already descended from eternal realms. Though human knowledge cannot but grasp it, the unseen size has already been set in movement to bring on what is rightfully yours. The phase of your path that felt stalled wherein advancement ceased. I've cleared the manner. I have prompted individuals. I've dismantled opposing plans. And I've reoriented the route in order that what belongs to you now flows back towards you. You'll discern in each precise that I was overseeing everything, each second. That habitual unease, the one's concerns that burden you, that drawing close commitment that disturbs your calm. I offer inner calm in which there's agitation. I do now not rely upon human critiques to behave. I convey new order with an unmarried pronouncement. And these days my pronouncement is renewal on your spirit. Receive now an imperceptible but profound touch. You'll feel burdens lighten, disco lessen, and serenity fill your thoughts because the completeness you are looking for has already been initiated. Hold to receive. Do now not hasten. Allow the presence now surrounding you acquire what best I will accomplish. After which share, for a person near to you. Furthermore, MGHT includes a heavy heart, and their wish can be bolstered through your guarantee. You perceive a change inside the unseen area. This isn't always imagination. It's miles the religious realm actively working for your behalf. People who once supported you currently perceive you otherwise. Occasions that felt strong have began to shift. And what appeared to be a postpone turned into really a fresh course. I prevented you from staying in environments that could decrease your spirit. I guided you out to set up you a brand new. It's going to appear illogical to folks that most effective understand the immediate. However, soon even folks who doubted you should acknowledge this changed into my doing. Unwell will not prevail. Resistance will not overcome. There may be a shielding presence over your family. Not anything will descend into chaos due to the fact all remains securely within my maintain. Your name is diagnosed in geographical regions you have not yet explored. Conversations are taking vicinity about you without your information. Possibilities will emerge without your having to exert attempt for them. Due to the fact I decide your destined moment, now not human evaluation. And once I claim something is for you, nothing and no one can do away with it. This path you believed you'll never traverse, this aspiration you end to domesticate, this new beginning that appeared unimaginable, all of it's far closer than you consider. I have removed boundaries. I've silenced voices that sought to misinform you. I've prepared the suitable individuals, the precise moments, and a brand new generation. And that generation commences now. For you'll not merely witness. You will experience what I have assured. You have not continued all this without cause. No section of your lifestyles has been unproductive. Even what appeared to be long gone helped you develop, made you resilient, and made you ready. The quiet tears you shed were no longer forgotten. And today, I declare, my liked, the time for crowning glory has arrived. You may start to understand clear indicators everywhere. The ones from afar are seeking for you out. Paths that closed without reason will reopen with dignity. What become unjustly withheld might be returned with acknowledgement. And in which your name was spoken poorly, it is going to be remembered with esteem. Due to the fact when I pick out to uplift, nobody can prevent it. When I reveal my might, even the maximum skeptical spirits will apprehend it. This season is for demonstrating to all that reliance upon me never ends in sadness. To attain this, my valuable toddler, I ask you to remain attentive, to listen, to accept as true with, and to absorb every word until its end. Have you ever taken into consideration why you preserve even when instances seem to oppose you? It is due to the fact I have instilled within you a spirit as a way to now not give up. I positioned within you, my baby, a deep inherent electricity. Now not the kind the world values, however a resilience diagnosed by the heavens. You possess this internal power because even while you are tired, you switch to me. Even in quiet moments, you look to me. Even when you feel on my own, you continue to be positive for your belief. And today, my precious toddler, I affirm this. Your trust in me will no longer be unseen. Your earnest requests will no longer be without reason. I'm able to reveal wonders to you. What unfolds before you'll be so clearly from my influence, so profound, up to now beyond what's regular that you'll understand it arrived immediately from my personal being. Preserve your heart open to my voice. Stay company. And if those words contact your spirit now, my loved one, proportion them with someone else who longs for this identical closeness. For what is happening in this second is authentic. It will develop. It will flourish. You have observed that even when the whole lot feels chaotic, a deep quietness settles inside your innermost self, a calm you cannot pretty explain. That internal calm isn't always simply the absence of issues. It's the working example of my promise. It's the silent truth from my spirit speak me. I am here with you. Whilst others left out, I saw whilst you felt unseen, I used to be already preparing splendid things for you. This isn't creativeness or accident. It's miles my design. It's miles my answer forming in approaches you can't but perceive, prepared to emerge as clean. How usually, my cherished toddler, have you felt swamped through daily responsibilities? The burdens that pile up, the tough selections simplest you can face. Still, you pressed on. This ensures that on days including this, you recollect an eternal voice leading you. It stays, putting forward. Hat which I've made prepared, nobody can seize. Your innermost being has held questions you haven't yet dared to talk aloud. Some may additionally misinterpret your quietness, however they do not grasp the intensity of what you convey within. I see my baby, and that I guarantee you, no concept escapes my consciousness. Today, I come to attain into that hidden space, for it's far exactly there I can begin to mend, to renew, to deliver order to all that felt chaotic within your spirit. There are evenings while your frame is weary upon relaxation. But your mind refused to quiet. You retrace discussions, choices, missteps, aspirations, expectations. I am found in those musings as nicely. Even amidst the turmoil, I am your constant anchor in those stressed moments. My assurances do now not rely upon how you experience. It is predicated totally on my nature. And I am real. No exhaustion can undo what I have hooked up. What belongs to you already bears an eternal mark. And no worldly uncertainty can void what has been recorded inside the celestial nation-states. You have come so near to giving up. But something pressured you onward. And that something changed into I was the only who raised you up when nobody else noticed. I who positioned power in your steps whilst your desire became to halt. I who reinforced your certainty when it appeared nearly shattered. It was no longer mere chance. It became my cautious interest. For even as you believed yourself solitary, I was readying you to stumble upon what no eye has witnessed, no ear has heard, what no spirit could ever imagine. Nowadays what issues you can appear large. However recollect this, no towering impediment can stand earlier than my authority. I'm the one who reasons boundaries to fall with a trifling word, who quiets storms with a single utterance. And what rises in that which I've made prepared, nobody can seize. Your innermost being has held questions you haven't yet dared to talk aloud. Some may additionally misinterpret your quietness, however they do not grasp the intensity of what you convey within. I see my baby, and that I guarantee you, no concept escapes my consciousness. Today, I come to attain into that hidden space, for it's far exactly there I can begin to mend, to renew, to deliver order to all that felt chaotic within your spirit. There are evenings while your frame is weary upon relaxation. But your mind refused to quiet. You retrace discussions, choices, missteps, aspirations, expectations. I am found in those musings as nicely. Even amidst the turmoil, I am your constant anchor in those stressed moments. My assurances do now not rely upon how you experience. It is predicated totally on my nature. And I am real. No exhaustion can undo what I have hooked up. What belongs to you already bears an eternal mark. And no worldly uncertainty can void what has been recorded inside the celestial nation-states. You have come so near to giving up. But something pressured you onward. And that something changed into I was the only who raised you up when nobody else noticed. I who positioned power in your steps whilst your desire became to halt. I who reinforced your certainty when it appeared nearly shattered. It was no longer mere chance. It became my cautious interest. For even as you believed yourself solitary, I was readying you to stumble upon what no eye has witnessed, no ear has heard, what no spirit could ever imagine. Nowadays what issues you can appear large. However, recollect this, no towering impediment can stand earlier than my authority. I'm the one who reasons boundaries to fall with a trifling word, who quiets storms with a single utterance. And what rises in opposition to you, I can halt. No plan devised against your existence will be triumphant. For an unseen defense encircles your residing, your properly being, your unfolding adventure. You cannot understand it, but you are safeguarded with the aid of my unwavering care. I drew you to this on the spot due to the fact something is being let loose proper now. Something that does not rely upon human effort. It does no longer require full know-how, only trust. And if trust yet resides within you, then there's room for the outstanding. My promise is vibrant. It has no longer lessened in its strength. Quite the alternative, it's far nearing its fulfillment. And shortly, what currently awaits becomes a clear announcement. It is going to be not possible to miss what I will accomplish by you. And allow trust to set in motion the unseen, a reminder that governance rests inside the right palms, and that even what you believed become already gone may be lower back earlier than your sight. Selections are being made on your behalf in the highest places. People ignorant of your journey are being guided by means of me to clean pathways, offer what is needed, and increase your route. Not anything happens via coincidence while I'm valuable. Every detail is aligned to obtain its supposed reason. Therefore, my loved baby, do no longer be disheartened with the aid of the detours, the endings, the seeming obstructions. How often have you ever remained silent amidst sorrows you could not voice? How regularly did you maintain back your tears in order now not to problem the ones close by? At the moment I arrive bringing solace and healing. For this weight you tried to undergo by yourself became not meant for you. I'm your basis. And it's far exactly whilst you experience most vulnerable that I monitor my energy. You will start to sense ease, readability, and path. For where my presence resides, there may be remedy. And my presence surrounds you in this very second. Do no longer be swayed by using the lack of belief in others. Do not allow the doubts of others to reduce your consider. For I do not speak according to what others keep genuine. I talk according to what I've already hooked up, and what I've declared will come to bypass. Each divine utterance spoken concerning your journey may be realized with exactness. There have been moments, my child, while what regarded to be a setback was clearly my unseen hand, defensive you from burdens you couldn't endure. It turned into my deep care that redirected sure paths. It was my presence that stored you safe from unseen dangers. And today, even earlier than you hold close every detail, you will begin to find peace in what did not come to pass. For my safety regularly arrives disguised as something unwelcome. However, your properly being has always been my consistent subject. The deep sorrow you've got felt, the clouded know-how, the unsettled country of your existence. These kinds of are recognized to me. I am now bringing a time of real balance, a duration of deep renewal, not only for your body, however on your inner self. I do now not fix matters handiest at the surface. I bring whole recuperation from the very center. It is time that allows you to realize my energy for your ordinary moments. This may no longer be insignificant. It'll preserve profound importance. Your expensive ones are held close within my intentions. Even those who appear a long way from me, even those who have strayed, I'm surrounding them with my smooth care and enduring persistence. Your heartfelt pleas nevertheless upward thrust to me. Now not one has been forgotten. I'm able to reach places no other can contact. And I'm able to accomplish what handiest I own the energy to do. This isn't always for your glory, but so my call is thought by the ones near you. Those memories that go back bringing unhappiness and regret aren't intended to weigh you down. As an alternative, they serve to expose you the ways I have guided you. So that you by no means forget the strength living in me and the volume to which I have already introduced you through. You are not defined via the day gone by. You are a residing signal of my presence now and an essential a part of the destiny I am revealing. And in that future there may be completeness. There may be freedom. There may be authentic motive. This is my firm promise. The time of shortage is ending. What changed into barely enough, will start to transform into extra than you want. I do not deliver sparingly. I am the source of all proper matters. And your steady trust, even while you do no longer completely recognize, could be recognized. A waft of my choose is being released proper now. You may not apprehend its form, but you'll recognize its origin. For the whole thing this is approximately to spread will endure my mark. And in which my hand touches, what seems impossible turns into feasible. While others judged you, they did no longer recognize the deep connection I percentage with you. When they doubted, they had been ignorant of my genuine plans. And nowadays, I confirm once more. I in no way left you without clear route. I guided you with a sure purpose. I'm simply and my divine equity is actively working on your precise. The experience of isolation that seeks to grasp to you isn't due to a scarcity of others. It's miles a deep desire for my nearness. My presence on my own is enough to occupy every void. I came no longer merely to offer consolation. I got here to stay inside you. And where I stay, sorrow loses its grip. Where I'm, worry grows quiet. You may start to revel in over again the inner pleasure that regarded to have faded. For I am restoring grade by grade every part of who you're, what you accept as true with, and the way you lean on me. You are treasured, my loved infant. And I never stopped caring for your journey. While you thought the moment had passed and there was no area for whatever clean. I used to be simplest then beginning to make ready. There are times whilst quiet does now not imply absence but cautious arrangement. And while you waited for a clear reaction, I was establishing a strong base upon which your fulfillment could firmly rest. It isn't always about pace. It's miles about lasting electricity. What I set up endures via time, resists wear, and overcomes all situations. You bring the load of reports no person completely grasps. You have hurts that point has not healed. You have reminiscences that still deliver ache. However, keep this reality near. I'm skilled at turning signs of war into proof of my goodness. What nowadays seems like a very last finishing is virtually a pause in the tale I am revealing. And that story is a ways from entire. Your adventure has been long, a few days tough. However, you had been by no means on my own. Even if unseen, I used to be proper with the aid of your facet. Be certain that what I spoke will not fail. That your lifestyles will but encounter intervals you thought had been lost for all time. Due to the fact what I declared become yours continues to be set apart, untouched, held comfortable by my palms. A few tried to dim the mild you carry, lessen your worth, or query your path. But no assertion of dismissal will possess extra authority than the declaration I have uttered. My decree states which you were unique for a season of difference. The moment has come in order to be recognized because of what you bore in silence, for each hidden presenting, for every act of loyalty recognized simplest to me. I am just. Folks who live true might be blessed in due time. And this is why I now provide you with a relax the sector cannot provide. A deep ease that cannot be defined, best felt. That is the indication that I am accomplishing into factors that required my immediately cognizance. I am bringing newness to all things of their proper time. And in case you experience this shift starting inside you, say with truth, I trust in God's time. Let these words be an act of letting pass. A willing choice to give up. What seems doubtful now becomes clean and excellent very quickly. You have been carrying obligations that are too heavy to bear alone. Others rely upon you. They area their religion in you. Yet they frequently forget about your personal need for solace. And this is why I inform you presently, your very own nicely being is crucial. I known as you no longer just to provide to others however to acquire my recuperation. A brand new time starts off evolve now, my toddler, where guide will reach you from unexpected locations. I have seen your trust in me, even if your voice appears tender, the heavens continually heard. I do now not weigh the quantity of a request, however the truthfulness of the spirit. I understand a call that rises from the center of your being. Folks who remain firm will witness my splendor. Individuals who persist will hold close what once appeared out of attain. How frequently, my toddler, have you ever carried burdens without speak me to defend the ones crucial to you? How oftentimes have you hidden your tiredness so as no longer to problem those who depend on you? But the second has arrived that allows you to absolutely breathe freely once more. I am lifting the heavy weight and changing it with lightness, exchanging your unrest for deep tranquility. More than that, I'm granting you clear sight to navigate all this as in advance. You will now not approach demanding situations with hesitation, however with cause, with a settled understanding, with knowledge that comes without delay from me. While your body feels weary, whilst life's difficulties deliver uncertainty, whilst well-being seems to falter, take into account this, my liked. I'm the wellspring of all renewal. My energy stays countless, untouched by means of the passing of days. And nowadays that same restoring power is stepping into areas of pain, achieving in which human efforts cannot, fortifying what turned into frail and revitalizing what regarded gone. The ecosystem round you'll shift. What causes discomfort in your space now will yield to calm, no longer through your striving, but through mine nearness. This change begins inside your own being first. The commitments that experience distant are in reality drawing closer to fulfillment. Occasionally intervals of ready are not empty gaps, but instances of careful instruction. At some stage in your wait, I used to be aligning instances, connecting individuals, and putting aside what changed into now not for your appropriate. Every step of this journey become intentional. And now my presence speaks truly over your existence. The voice you once strained to listen now draws near and affirms. Your appointed time is here. And this period will bring readability and of entirety. Yet this day I claim to you, it turned into no longer a void. It was lively work. I used to be calm, but I was at work. What remained hidden will now start to reveal itself. Throughout unveiling requires steady agree with, even without immediate sight. And you had it. You held your gaze upon me. That is why I can now convey to mild what changed into hid. Even when you felt you had stumbled, I held rapid to the genuine nature I positioned within you. Due to the fact I see you past what you do. And that is why I nevertheless preserve functions for you. Functions that embody your inner peace, your material stability, your non-secular wholeness. Not anything is out of doors my draw close, and each aspect of your course is beneath my watchful care. My hand stays firm, and I'm approximately to expose this with unmistakable signs that none can dispute. A metamorphosis is unfolding within you, and also you understand it. For what is stirring now does no longer rise up from human reasoning, however, from my spirit which moves freely. And that vital breath has come. It arrives to stir your hopes, firm your convictions, and confirm that what I promised you is now approaching. The cycle of days you idea could truly repeat is being interrupted. The routine patterns of sadness and disappointment are now ceasing. I have stepped in to alter the path, and what involves you currently possesses enduring balance. For pledges made with the aid of me do now not waver. The hurt you concealed to shield those you hold dear became heard. They were now not in reality utterances. They were declarations out of your heart. And every assertion upheld by means of agree with yields its result, although it takes time. And these days within the unseen realm, those declarations are unfolding, gently taking shape. Quickly the effects will be simple. Outcomes of calm wherein there has been anxiety. Effects of soundness wherein there was worry. Outcomes of accord in which there has been quiet. The time for your spirit's refreshment has arrived. You may stay touched by means of the diffused details. You'll hold close how every refusal had a reason. How each pause became a part of my layout. I did no longer allow certain routes. Not because you had been forgotten, but due to the fact you have been being shielded. The journey that regarded prolonged changed into a redirection toward liberation. And the length that wore you down additionally taught you to peer past what changed into without delay before you. Now your sight isn't simply bodily, however rooted in profound perception. And that perception will shield you from this second on. You're extra connected to my steerage. I'm the clean evidence of my steady truthfulness. Permit these phrases be a quiet sanctuary, a place of thankfulness for what's now unfolding inside you. No paintings I've all started will be left incomplete. Every section of your journey has a certain give up. And you'll see its full arrival with absolute readability. You'll replicate and recognize. Each step held significance. The responses that felt gradual and coming are now quickening. For human measures of time fluctuate from my divine rhythm. Even as you marked the times, I used to be refining the manner. While you searched for a signal, I was setting the stage for something grand. Now is the time for motion. No more quiet ready, but energetic unfolding from my hand. The assurance that became held back is now being let out. And you may understand this in the very surroundings surrounding you, to your conversations, on your gatherings, even in quietude. Everything could be filled with my presence. I recognize the deep affection you preserve for those close to you. I noticed while you extended yourself and located nobody accomplishing lower back, my cherished toddler. I witnessed while the pain of others touched you more profoundly than your own unease. However, now it's slow to acquire care. The period of praise has come. The generosity you extended, even where boom seemed impossible, now returns to you in ample degree. People you haven't yet met will bring your name in their thoughts. Assets that felt scarce will start to seem due to the fact no action from an honest heart is ever without motive. The whole thing comes again to you. A ways greater expansive than before. My cherished infant, you stood company for your own, in no way leaving their side, even through discord. Now watch as the hearts of these you hold pricey begin to soften. Separation will remodel into longing. Delight will surrender to the quiet energy of my nearness. And the only you idea lost to me will experience an undeniable pull. No soul is beyond my hold close. And I've already started this paintings. Keep your religion robust, my loved one, for what procedures holds deep happiness. A brand new segment of your lifestyles is emerging, signifying an authentic beginning, a clear solution. Human beings will take into account the way you saved in your real path, even if forces attempted to divert you. For I by no means waver, and each promise I have made will unfold, completely, precisely, with perfect justice. Plenty has modified round you. People have come and long gone from your journey. A few promised loyalty, yet disappeared while you sought their presence. Do no longer linger on that, my infant, for I used to be constantly close to. And now I'm bringing into your existence the ones whose connection is truly divine. They may stand with you in prayer, beef up you with insight, and walk beside you not simplest in achievement, however additionally in recovery. Your time of strolling alone is completed. Now is the season for real fellowship. Your resources might also seem modest, my valuable baby, but I'm your endless provision. Something lacking could be made entire with the aid of my hand. Assistance is coming from directions you can't believe. I wake up generous hearts. I show approaches forward all at once. I banish the fear of now not having sufficient. For my promise is to sustain you. And where devotion dwells, so does abundance. You're visible inside my grand layout. I realize your wishes. And that I realize exactly what to provide and at what second. Accept as true with my best timing. The pain you feel when something isn't always proper isn't random. It is knowing stirring inside you. I am showing you how to determine what sincerely aligns with my reason and what does not. Not each possibility is a blessing. Now not every apparent course is meant for you. And now extra than before, you may be guided with deep understanding. You'll draw close what to accept and what to launch. You'll feel peace when the time is accurate and unease when it isn't. I can display you the way plainly and your footsteps could be constant even in unfamiliar locations. The load you have got carried is being eliminated. That regular pressure which depleted your energy is yielding to the lightness simplest my spirit grants. The anxiety that quieted your internal being is now receding. I am restoring your stability, your relaxation, your ability to grin genuinely, to locate peace without worry of the following day. I am your stillness. And in which I'm gift, fear cannot stay. You may come to live with greater tranquility, with deeper perception, with profound agree with within the care from above. Even when everything seems nonetheless, keep in mind I am nonetheless lively. For quietness does now not mean idleness, it means precision. I paintings within the unseen elements of your lifestyle so that at the suitable second everything will converge. And you'll see the whole design and understand blessing where you as soon as saw only pieces. You'll recognize the reason for certain delays. You may remember that what seemed to be a conflict was part of a plan and that no difficulty become without that means. I'm no longer moved through your outward show, however I'm thrilled by means of your truthfulness, through the honest manner you are looking for me. Even on days you experience weary, your persistence brings me pride. For I see the purpose inside your being. There's no requirement to be able to be flawless. Instead, you want to be real, and you have been. Maintain in this way without pretense, honest, and profound. You cannot hold close how deeply your honesty influences things you have not yet visible. Whilst many try to appear strong to the sector, your strength rests in admitting your fragility to me. It's far that modest spirit I cost, the one that speaks freely without hiding something. With entire candor. It's miles in that open area that I bring on my marvels. As you remember all you quietly persevered, my cherished infant, it's miles herbal to sense profoundly. But understand that none of those difficult intervals were without cause. Every supplied knowledge that made you more aware, more insightful, more firm for your reliance on me. And the internal strength you preserve now did not come from ideas, but from the very act of leaning on me, even when situations recommended otherwise. For this reason, you have got recently sensed this movement inside your spirit. To your spirit already senses that something sparkling is drawing near. It isn't always worry. It's miles recognition. A new fact is unfolding. Something that time couldn't lessen. That difficulties couldn't erase and that fear will not prevent. And when this will become seen, there can be absolute confidence. It will likely be awesome, profound, and filled with my beauty. Folks that doubted will see my involvement. Individuals who left. Your facet will understand you had been in no way on my own. I watched. And now I arrive to reinstate what injustice sought to take from you. You will no longer be diagnosed by using your pain, but through your integrity. And that I honor people who remain devoted even if conditions are in opposition to them. Those who questioned your path had no knowledge of the hidden paintings I was undertaking for you, my baby. While others did not see, I observed every element. The moments you notion of stopping, but chose to keep, have been profoundly precious to me. Ultimate company when things are easy is straightforward, but your reliance on me simply grew during the tough instances. The moment has arrived on the way to witness the good that emerges from your quiet struggles. What felt unchangeable is now transferring. My assurances to you take form. The unseen weight you carried, the weariness you felt, the quiet hurts you bore. These monitor your steadfast spirit, my valuable child. They display you probably did no longer give up. Due to this, what as soon as blocked your way is now yielding. What regarded constant is now flowing freely. A sense of freedom is rising within you as those phrases settle to your coronary heart. In case you feel my presence touching your spirit, allow these truths fortify your confidence. I am absolutely truthful, my baby, in each detail, every second, each flip. I attend to all that concerns you with a care past human information. Many will marvel on the shift for your existence's journey. They'll wonder how this type of trade befell so quickly, unaware that I was quietly making ready you. My way is not for public display. I work unseen and display my hand at the right second. That moment is drawing close. A time is close to whilst who you sincerely are may be venerated, your faithfulness identified. And your agree with made clean. This is not in your own boast, however so my character can be seen through all I do for you. If something has triggered you misery, understand that I am already tending to it. Earlier than any discomfort become named, I was already bringing comfort. Before any ache seemed, I had already set the recovery in motion. Now not simplest to your bodily self, however for your inner spirit. There are burdens nobody else can see, yet they weigh heavily for your middle. Today, these too are being eased. You may experience a sense of calm. You will note a difference. You've felt a quiet urge to distance yourself from sure locations or dealings. My toddler, do now not forget about this inner steerage. It's far my spirit main you far away from connections that do not align with your proper path. A few relationships appeared accurate but have been slowly weakening your self-belief. I am displaying you the difference between what simply strengthens you and what sincerely pulls your consciousness. You may understand more honestly what belongs in your lifestyles and what wishes to be allowed cross. This isn't an absence. It's far a refinement. I'm smoothing your way so that you can boost gradually towards what I have set apart for you. Your mind wishes quiet, my cherished baby. The consistent rush of mind, the heaviness in your spirit, the internal conflicts, all of this is being eased now. I'm the one who quiets disturbed waters and brings serenity to the mind. Today I talk peace over your innermost being. You will locate extra restful sleep. Your mind will become sharper. You will make selections with clearer knowledge. For I am bringing harmony in your emotions. What once felt like a typhoon is now becoming a gentle waft. And this glide will manual you. You challenge yourself with what is to come, my infant, with folks who rely upon you. With the belongings you do no longer but recognize. But do not forget, your manner ahead is safe with me. I am the one who walks before you. What's unfolding for you may now not be chaotic. I've already visible your future. I've already organized conversations. I've already accrued individuals. I have already organized the instances. What appeared uncertain could be made clean. What felt distant may be added near. And whilst it takes place, you'll recognize it's far from me. You will no longer continually absolutely recognize how I work, my valuable one. However, religion is not approximately entire understanding. It's miles about leaning on me. And you've leaned on me even when you could not see what turned into next, even when matters around you changed. It's far this yielding that I cost. For I do not search for perfection. I are searching for hearts inclined to walk with me, and yours has been. This is why every act of agree with you display may be remembered by me. Each announcement you made to me might be commemorated. I do now not overlook the only who selects me day by day, even when all else factors to an alternative course. Your house becomes a place of peace, my infant, now not an area of struggle. What caused anxiety, the disruptions, the heavy silence, the consistent disagreements is being addressed now. I'm putting firm foundations of spirit within this area. I'm clearing misunderstandings, repairing bonds, renewing accept as true with, and what feels unsettled now will soon be a quiet refuge of shared reason. For where I'm identified, confusion cannot stay. And nowadays, this reputation rises to me like a candy imparting. You will recognize you do now not need to painting so hard for recognition, my loved, nor show your cost to every person. I embraced you even before you spoke your first plea. My love for you does not depend upon what you do. It's far steady, firm. And it is upon this constant love that I now invite you to locate relaxation, to lean on me without worry, to stay without feeling the need to provide an explanation for yourself to others. For I recognize you completely out of your innermost being. And what I see within you is a long way greater treasured than any opinion others tried to position upon you. You are held expensive. You are seen. You've tried to deal with what cannot be controlled, my child, striving to maintain the entirety intact. You look after the needs of those around you. You deliver burdens silently. You maintain back words to save you hurt. You deliver extra than you have. Nonetheless, frequently you experience unseen. But now I inform you with the innermost care I observe all of it. Each quiet deed, each tough decision, each non-public giving, nothing you've got presented from a place of genuine care has gone overlooked through me. I'm sending consolation to your heart which sincerely had to understand it isn't always on foot alone. You've questioned whether you are nonetheless aligned with my direction. My baby, you felt as in case you had been drifting, worn out from awaiting something that appeared to be held returned. However, I guarantee you, there are paths I might preserve hidden for a time to guard you from harm if you had been to walk them too quickly. And now that point has come. What turned into hidden turns into simple. What seemed remote might be shown proper before you. I did not keep you from seeing to purpose you difficulty, however, to preserve you safe. Some people left your life without a phrase, my liked one. Those you held near disappeared without giving reasons. And that introduced you sorrow. It brought sorrow because your spirit became deeply affected. But these days, I discovered to you their departure became a safety. It became necessary to create room so that the guarantees I made should unfold without issue. It changed into now not a rejection. Maintain transferring ahead, my child, for what's quietly taking form inside you'll soon turn out to be clean. Hidden modifications are going on, reshaping what is beyond your sight. My infant, the quiet paintings within you is reaching its moment of revelation. Some believed a while become over, but they did now not recognize the course I laid out for you. They do now not see that I oversee all time, and what I set in movement continues without restriction. My timing isn't always like the passing days you remember. Once I decide for something to seem, no put-off can prevent it. This season is changing now not due to the calendar, but due to the fact your reliance on me has grown stronger. You determined inner resolve in stillness. You saw goodness even amidst trials. Now, my loved one, you may see the fruit of your adventure clean for all of us to take a look at, mainly folks that doubted. There had been moments, my baby, when you felt absolutely drained, questioning you had not anything left to offer, no greater power to hold. Yet nowadays, I display you what in reality remained internal. A regular devotion. Due to this firmness, I can boost you up with a clear path. That enduring best inside you is what I keep maximum dear. While you sense you have not anything, that is after I show you the abundance you virtually carry. I do not want that allows you to are searching for me best whilst issues weigh you down. I desire your coronary heart to be open to me now at the same time as you are robust, whilst your spirit is ready. I need to steer your way softly before worry seems. I am now not speaking to create fear, my liked. I'm certainly calling you closer. Do no longer permit challenges be your sole trainer. Allow my care mild your way alternatively. Allow my closeness guide you earlier than your course turns into tough. Let me be your solid ground earlier than your footing turns into uncertain. My infant, your openness to my voice and your steadfast coronary heart honor me. The peace and clarity you presently experience are signs and symptoms of my presence and the unfolding of what I have promised. Your trust not best blesses your course, however additionally folks who are seeking for consolation through you. Launch the burdens I have lifted and look closer to the future I have organized, in which my truth lighting fixtures each step. Allow this peace grow within you, becoming a source of desire for others. Agree for your coronary heart with this message as a assertion of trust. Share it with someone who wishes to pay attention it so my phrases can also attain past you. I have greater to reveal. Go back prepared to receive understanding my presence is your guard and guide. Be at peace. My care surrounds you, secures you, and directs your steps.